If they truly love you, they'll never make you doubt it. Real love doesn't confuse you. It doesn't keep you guessing. It doesn't make you question your worth, and it doesn't leave you hanging in uncertainty. When someone genuinely loves you, their actions match their words. You don't have to beg for consistency. You don't have to decode mixed signals, and you don't have to convince yourself that the bare minimum is enough. Love, when it's real, feels safe. It gives you peace, not anxiety. You see, when a person truly cares, they show up. They don't disappear when things get hard. They don't ghost you when life gets complicated. And they don't use silence as punishment. They communicate. They make sure you know that you matter. You don't have to chase reassurance because they give it freely. You don't have to question where you stand because they make it known every single day. Real love doesn't make you feel like a burden for needing clarity. It gives it to you without hesitation. Too many people confuse being wanted with being valued. Some folks will want you for the attention, for the comfort, for the ego boost. But wanting you isn't the same as choosing you. True love is a choice, a decision made every day to honor, respect, and protect the bond you share. It's not about convenience. It's not about control. It's about commitment, consistency, and care. When someone really loves you, you'll see it in how they treat you when you're not around, when things aren't easy, when there's nothing to gain but your heart. Love isn't supposed to make you question your own sanity. If you constantly feel like you're overthinking, if you're always the one trying to fix things, trying to prove your worth, trying to earn love, that's not love. That's emotional confusion. Real love calms the storm inside you. It doesn't create one. You'll know it's love when you can breathe around it, when you don't have to fight for the smallest signs of affection, when you don't feel like you're one mistake away from being abandoned. The truth is, love is simple when it's genuine. It's not about grand gestures or perfect words. It's about showing up every day with honesty, with effort, and with heart. When someone truly loves you, you don't have to wonder if they do. You just know. It's in their tone, in their presence, in the way they protect your heart like it's their own. Real love never hides behind excuses. It never plays with your emotions. It never leaves you doubting your worth. Because when it's real, it's consistent. It's steady. It's sure. If someone makes you question how they feel about you, that's your answer right there. The right person will never make you doubt their love. They'll give you peace, not puzzles. So stop chasing clarity from people who enjoy keeping you confused. The one who truly loves you won't make you beg for certainty. They'll give you a love so clear, so strong, so honest that you'll never have to ask again. Real love brings peace, not confusion, because it provides a sense of emotional safety that allows you to rest without overanalyzing every word, text, or gesture. When someone truly loves you, their energy brings calm, not chaos. You feel it in how they speak to you, in how they prioritize you, and in how they make you feel seen and heard without forcing you to question their intentions. Love is supposed to feel like a place where you can exhale, where your mind is at ease because you know you are valued. When you are in the presence of real love, you don't live in doubt. You don't wake up wondering if you said too much or did too little, and you don't walk on eggshells afraid of losing it. Real love makes room for your heart to settle. It doesn't keep you spinning in circles trying to figure out where you stand. When love is real, it doesn't come with manipulation or emotional games. It doesn't feed off making you insecure just to keep control. Instead, it reassures you without being asked. It gives without keeping score. And it communicates instead of leaving you in silence. Confusion is the tool of the uncertain, of those who don't know what they want or who only want temporary attention. Peace, on the other hand, is the mark of maturity, where both people understand that love is built on trust and honesty, not on power struggles or guessing games. Real love speaks clearly. You never have to decode mixed messages or question if their affection is genuine, because their consistency removes doubt before it ever settles in your heart. Peaceful love is also patient. It doesn't rush you into proving yourself. It doesn't pressure you to change, and it doesn't punish you for being human. It gives you space to be yourself and still feel accepted. You don't have to fight for your place in someone's life when you're loved correctly. You simply fit because they choose you openly and repeatedly. This kind of love builds stability. It's not built on temporary emotions, but on mutual respect and effort. When two people choose peace over pride, the relationship becomes a source of strength, not stress. You learn to grow together instead of growing apart, and that peace becomes the foundation of everything you build. Confusion, however, often disguises itself as excitement or passion. Many mistake chaos for love because they've been conditioned to believe that uncertainty means intensity. But real love isn't about constant highs and lows. It's about emotional balance. It's not supposed to drain you or leave you wondering why something that's supposed to feel good hurts so much. Real love steadies you, it grounds you in truth. It lets you know that you can count on it even in hard times. You can be vulnerable without fear, open without regret, and secure without pretense. That's what peace feels like when it's wrapped in love. It's the quiet understanding that you are safe in someone's heart and you don't have to fight to stay there. True love is shown through consistent actions, not empty promises, because words without follow through are just noise that fades over time. When someone truly loves you, their actions speak long before their mouth does. They don't just say they care, they show it in the small, quiet moments that often go unnoticed. They check on you, they support you when no one's watching, they keep their word even when it's inconvenient. Real love doesn't make excuses, it makes effort. It's not about how many times someone says, I love you. It's about how they prove it through loyalty, presence, and consistency. Anyone can make promises in the heat of emotion, but only those with pure intentions will turn those promises into reality. Consistency builds trust. When someone shows up repeatedly, when their energy doesn't change depending on their mood or what they want from you, that's when you know their love is genuine. It's easy to love when things are fun and convenient, but true love shows up on the hard days. It shows up when you're not at your best. When life gets messy, when comfort turns into challenge, real love doesn't fade when tested. It grows stronger because it's rooted in commitment, not convenience. People who love genuinely understand that actions are the foundation of trust, and without that, even the most beautiful words lose their meaning. Love that is spoken but never shown will always leave you feeling empty, questioning, and unsure. Empty promises are one of the clearest signs of emotional immaturity. They're used to buy time, to create illusion, or to soothe guilt. A person who constantly says they'll change but never does is showing you exactly what they value. Love doesn't need to be announced loudly when it's being practiced quietly. The ones who mean it don't have to convince you with grand gestures or perfect words. They make you feel secure through their reliability. You see it in how they treat you when no one else is around, how they defend you in your absence, and how they remember the little things that matter to you. Real love understands that consistency isn't about perfection. It's about effort that never stops showing up, no matter what season you're in. Actions define love because they require intention. It's easy to say the right things to win someone's heart, but it takes genuine care to keep showing up after the emotions settle. Love isn't about intensity, it's about integrity. When someone truly cares, they take accountability for their actions, and they don't hide behind apologies, and they don't repeat behaviors that hurt you. They make you feel safe through their presence, not confused through their patterns. The truth is, people can say anything, but behavior never lies. Love that is proven through actions gives peace. Love that relies on empty promises gives pain. When someone truly loves you, you won't have to ask them to prove it. They'll show it every single day without being told why it matters. Genuine care means communication, not silence or games, because when someone truly values you, they don't leave you wondering what went wrong or where you stand. Communication is the heartbeat of every healthy relationship, the bridge that connects two people's emotions, fears, and hopes. Real love doesn't hide behind walls of pride or avoidance. It doesn't leave you guessing, waiting for clarity. That never comes. When someone genuinely cares, they talk to you, not at you, not around you. But with you, they listen, they understand, and they make an effort to resolve, not to win. They value peace over ego, understanding over dominance, and connection over control. Love that is real doesn't use silence as punishment. It uses communication as healing. People who care communicate because they want to build, not break. They understand that confusion breeds distance and silence creates cracks that eventually destroy even the strongest bonds. Communication isn't just about speaking. It's about being emotionally available, being willing to open up even when it's uncomfortable. When someone truly loves you, they won't let their pride silence what their heart wants to say. They'll make time for conversations that matter. They'll clarify misunderstandings before they turn into resentment. They'll apologize when they're wrong, and they'll explain instead of accusing. That's how you know someone values your heart. They protect it with honesty, not manipulation. Real communication requires vulnerability, and only people who are sincere will choose to be vulnerable. Instead of playing games, games have no place in genuine love. When someone plays with your emotions, using distance to gain attention, silence to gain control, or mixed signals to keep power, it's not love, it's insecurity disguised as affection. Genuine care doesn't use confusion as a tool. It doesn't keep you chasing, guessing, or questioning your worth. It builds trust through openness. It tells you the truth, even when it's hard. It says, "This is how I feel," instead of making you figure it out through inconsistent behavior. People who care deeply don't disappear to test your loyalty or withhold affection to punish you. They understand that communication is not a weakness. It's the strongest proof of emotional maturity. They'd rather talk things through than leave you in silence wondering what you did wrong. Love that communicates heals wounds before they turn into scars. It creates a space where both people feel safe enough to be honest, where you don't have to hide your feelings out of fear of rejection or judgment. In that space, misunderstandings become lessons, not battles. Real love doesn't let pride win over connection. It reaches out, it explains, it listens, and it learns. Silence destroys what communication could have saved, and distance grows where openness could have built closeness. That's why genuine care always chooses conversation over control, clarity over confusion, and truth over temporary power. Because when someone truly values you, they would rather talk it out than risk losing the bond that honesty can protect. Being wanted isn't the same as being valued, because wanting someone can come from desire, loneliness, or convenience, but valuing someone comes from respect, appreciation, and genuine connection. So many people confuse the feeling of being desired with being loved, and that's where heartbreak begins. When someone wants you, they might chase you, flatter you, and make you feel special for a moment. But when someone values you, they invest in you for the long run. Wanting is temporary, but valuing is intentional. A person who values you doesn't just enjoy your presence, they protect your absence. They think about your well-being, not just their benefit. They don't just want you when it's easy or exciting. They want you even when things get difficult, when life gets quiet, when attention fades. Being valued means someone sees your worth even when you're not performing, when you're not giving, when you're simply being yourself. The difference between being wanted and being valued lies in consistency. People who want you will show up when they need something, but people who value you will show up because they care even when they have nothing to gain. Being wanted often feeds the ego, but being valued nourishes the soul. Wanting is about attraction, valuing is about intention. When someone values you, they don't just like how you make them feel. They appreciate who you are. They notice the effort you put in, the heart you carry, the strength you show, and the kindness you give. They make you feel seen in ways that go beyond surface attention. They respect your boundaries, your dreams, and your individuality. They don't just take from you, they give back. They don't just show up when it's convenient. They make time even when it's not. People who only want you will always keep you guessing. They'll say the right words, but their actions will never align. They'll disappear when things get too real because they were never there to build something solid. But people who value you create security. You'll never have to question their loyalty or intentions because they make it clear through their consistency. You don't have to fight for their effort because it comes naturally. They don't treat you like an option or a backup plan. They treat you like a priority. They don't just appreciate your presence. They appreciate your essence. When someone values you, they show it through respect, patience, and dependability. They don't just want your time. They honor it. True value in love is about depth, not desire. It's about emotional connection, not control. It's the difference between someone wanting to possess you and someone wanting to protect you. When you are valued, love feels safe. When you are only wanted, love feels unstable. The one who values you won't make you question your place in their life because they make it known. They'll build with you, not play with you. They'll stand by you, not just stand near you when it's convenient. Being wanted is flattering, but being valued is fulfilling, because only when someone values you do you experience the peace of knowing you are loved for who you truly are. Real love calms your heart. It doesn't make you chase reassurance, because when someone truly loves you, they give you a sense of emotional stability that words alone could never create. You don't find yourself constantly doubting where you stand, overthinking their silence, or trying to earn their affection. Real love gives you peace because it is consistent and honest. It doesn't play hide and seek with your emotions. It doesn't leave you feeling anxious or insecure. It gives you confidence in the connection, knowing that their care is not conditional or temporary. When love is real, you can breathe in it. You can rest without fear of being replaced or ignored. You can be vulnerable without being punished for it. You don't need to chase reassurance because you are already reassured by the way they show up for you every day. People who truly love you don't make you beg for attention or clarity. They understand that love isn't about keeping you guessing. It's about keeping you grounded. They don't let you drown in uncertainty, wondering if you matter. They make sure you know you do. Their actions, their tone, their presence, everything about them reminds you that you're cared for. They don't disappear to make you miss them or withhold affection to make you chase them. They show love freely without playing emotional games. When someone loves you genuinely, they don't leave you hanging between confusion and comfort. They give you emotional security that speaks louder than any promise ever could. Love that makes you chase reassurance often comes from emotional immaturity. It thrives on control, feeding off your confusion because it makes the other person feel powerful. But that isn't love, that's manipulation. Real love doesn't make you question your worth. It reinforces it. It doesn't drain your energy, it restores it. When someone truly loves you, they become a source of calm, not chaos. You don't feel the need to constantly check if they still care because their behavior never gives you a reason to doubt it. You don't have to ask for their time because they willingly give it. You don't have to beg for their attention because they offer it naturally. Real love doesn't leave you searching for signs. It gives them openly every day through words, consistency, and care. When love is right, your heart doesn't feel like it's walking on a tightrope. You don't live with the fear of losing them over something small. You don't feel anxious after every disagreement, wondering if they'll walk away. Instead, you feel safe enough to be yourself. You know that even when things get tough, they'll still be there. They'll communicate, not disappear. They'll work through problems, not run from them. That's the difference between love that calms you and love that confuses you. The one who truly loves you doesn't make you earn reassurance through struggle. They provide it through presence. They don't make you prove your value. They remind you of it through how they treat you, how they respect you, and how they choose you every single day without hesitation. When it's real, you'll never have to question it. You'll simply know, because genuine love has a clarity that can't be faked or forced. It's felt in the way someone looks at you, the way they speak to you, and the way they show up for you without being asked. Real love doesn't create confusion, it creates certainty. It doesn't leave you wondering if you're enough, because it reminds you that you always were. You don't need to look for hidden meanings in their actions or search for reassurance in their words. Their consistency makes you feel secure. Their loyalty makes you feel chosen. When love is real, it brings peace to your spirit because it doesn't require you to question whether it's there. It simply shows itself in every small and steady way. You'll know it's real when love feels effortless, not because it's perfect, but because it's honest. It's not built on constant tests or emotional guessing games. You don't have to overanalyze messages or fear the next moment of silence. Real love feels stable, grounded, and intentional. It doesn't rush you, pressure you, or confuse you. It meets you where you are and grows with you.